Hello, Matt here. Today I have something completely different for you. I am reviewing this car. Why? Well, stick with me a bit and I'll explain. So first off, what the fuck is it? Well, as you can see, it's a G series. No, wait. It's a 3 Series G20 BMW. And it's a kind of a sleeper because debadged 17-inch alloys. I mean, it looks no nothing. It looks pretty slow, like, I don't know, 316 diesel, but it's not. What is it? Let me give you a hint. Yep, it's a 330e, so hybrid, which can be driven in electric mode. And that's exactly the reason why I'm doing the review on this car, because I was pretty sure I will hate this car. I don't really like the idea of electric cars. I don't even like the idea of hybrid cars. They are heavy, over-engineered, too expensive. But are they good? Well, turns out they can be. You know me, I'm an old school guy. I like my cars old, petrol driven. But that's what got me with this car. I'll explain. First off, let's start with the exterior. As I've shown you, nothing special, completely stuff. As for the interior and the equipment, again, nothing special. It's a G20. Looks nice, very nicely built. I mean, for a new car, pretty good. Not much I can complain about. Oh yeah, one thing. Typical BMW. Let me show you this. Aye. You want to use auto-adjustable main beams? Well, no. You need to pay extra. BMW. But hey, I'm not about the interior, I'm not about the gadgets, I'm not about the look of the car. What I am about is driving. So let's go for a ride. Alright, so first things first. How did I get this car? Well, it's a rental. And I have it because I work in a rental car company, and that's one of the perks you can get. It's this part of the year when we are returning the cars, so yeah, we get the chance to use them for free, which is nice. I've been using it for 2 weeks now. Actually, not this same car. I've been using 3 cars, this is the 3rd one, but they are the same spec. Let me tell you something about the car and the way it drives. Because, well, yeah, that's the party trick, the hybrid drivetrain. As you can see, we are in electric right now. And this car can go to about, I mean, you can drive it as fast as you want if it's purely electric. It has a range of about 50 kilometers when it's fully charged, and it really helps with the fuel consumption. It's a good thing to have when you're in the city. For a daily driver, awesome. As I said, never thought I would like that, but yeah, it's cool. The other good thing, this is not a purely electric car, which means it has an engine, and a pretty powerful engine, so when you need it, you can use it. Now, let's get 2 bad things out of the way first. First one, the brakes. Hybrid system, so the brake has a weird travel in the beginning. You don't have basically any feedback. It's weird as hell. And then it gets to be very, very hard. And I mean, either one of these is okay by itself, you can get used to it, but this is pretty hard to get used to because the first part of the travel is one thing and then it becomes something else completely. So yeah, that's one thing I hate about it. The other thing is the suspension. Well, it has stock suspension, as I said, nothing M-related on this car. And well, the suspension just can't cope with the weight of the car. And these are bad things. Don't get me wrong, the suspension is still pretty good. It's pretty comfy, it handles pretty well, but when you start to push it, you, well, start to notice that it can't handle the bumps. Now, as I said, main party trick, drivetrain. So what's with the drivetrain? Well, it has B48 engine, 190-ish horsepower and around 100 horsepower of electric motors. 10 kilowatt hour battery, as I said, 50 kilometers range, not bad. All in all, when you drive it slowly like this, you're using electric power, fuel consumption stays low. Right now I'm averaging 5.9 liters to 100 kilometers, which is pretty good for a car of this size and this power. But as I said, if you need the power, there is always something called sport mode, extra boost, which gives you 10 seconds of extra power, extra boost as it says, sport mode for the automatic transmission. It's a ZF 8-speed, lovely transmission, nothing wrong with that. And now let's try and launch the car. Stay with me. Down there we can launch the car. So I won't even be using any launch controller or anything. Just come to a full stop and step on the gas pedal. Car goes like stink. I mean, that was 100 kilometers an hour. So yeah, that's nice. And the power delivery, well, it's very nice. As I said, ZF 8-speed works very well with this powertrain, and it's a joy to drive. You can't even feel the weight. I mean, it's around, I don't know, it's something like 1800 or 1900 kilos, which is almost 2 tons, a lot. But the powertrain handles it well, and the only problem is, as I said, when you push it to the limit, well, the brakes start to, no, not the brakes, the suspension start to lose it. So let's push it a bit. Now this road is wet in spots, so I won't be going too quickly, but as you can see, power delivery is instant because of the electric power. Turbo lag is non-existent, and it has pretty much enough power for what you want. You could see there, the rear end just jumped and catapulted me out. And the other thing, as I was saying, brakes, I don't know if I have brakes left or they are at the edge. It's hard to judge them because they vary. But again, pretty quick car. So yeah, never thought I would like a car like this, but I really do. For a daily driver, if it wasn't this expensive, I would take this car. Good fuel consumption, good powertrain, pretty good handling, brakes are what they are. Space, as I said, I don't want to talk about the space a lot. The trunk is small, it's shallow, not much you can do there. Space in the cabin, typical BMW, you have enough space, it's okay. And that's basically it. That's what I wanted to share with you. It's hybrid, and I'm impressed. I like it. Again, never thought I would say that. Well, just a few corners. I didn't quite explain the suspension. As I said, it doesn't work on the bumpy road, but the setup itself is very good. The car rotates very naturally. It doesn't oversteer, it doesn't understeer that much. It just likes to rotate like this. And you can just push it to the limits, and well, a bit wet here, but again, awesome. And the car, well, as I said, it rotates beautifully. On this road, you achieve speeds which are insane. And it's, as I said, it hides the weight when the surface is flat. It rotates nicely, you don't feel that it's too heavy. But once the surface gets bumpy, well, then it starts to lose its composure. As you could see there, it just knocked the rear end into the air and it started to slide. So when the surface is straight, not bumpy, it's okay. But as soon as it gets bumpy and unpredictable, that's when it starts to lose it. And it's okay up until 7 or 8 tenths. This was like 9 tenths driving, and yeah, it just snapped the rear end. It lost the grip because it jumped, and it's gone. So yeah, we've got a car, which means no more quick driving. We'll throw it back into a hybrid mode, relaxed. As I said, for a daily driver, this car really impresses me. It does 2 things very good, and I don't know. I'll tell you more once my M149 is converted to M135i xDrive, which should be similar to the spec car to this one. A bit more horsepower, a bit lighter, and I hope it will impress me as much as this did. Anyways, something a bit different. I hope you liked it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Why not subscribe? A lot more content coming to this channel, so don't miss it. For now, well, this is it. And as always, I really hope to see you in the next one. Bye.